Hello, my beautiful love goods, and welcome back. In today's build, I am building another tiny house, and this one is for a single dad and his teen daughter, or teen child, however you want to look at it. You know how I am about, gender things and stuff, so it really doesn't matter, but I just like the sound of this, and if you hear my phone pinging in the background, it's just I'm getting work notifications. But anyways, it's a really cute little modern starter home. I kind of had this shape in my head of just like an asymmetrical kind of roof line, stuff like that, and I just wanted to give it a try, and I thought I would just combine two build ideas into one. So yeah, I really enjoyed this build. I started building this in Strangerville, but I do move it into, I think, Newcrest maybe, just because the lighting was just not working for me here, and Newcrest lighting is a little bit better. But yeah, and I also used, instead of using like proper foundations, I used platforms to kind of add like some more depth to the build. I actually think I really enjoy using platforms more than the proper foundations, just because you have a lot more flexibility with, what you can do with them, and it's really fun to have like, split leveling and stuff. So yeah, I played around with that quite a bit, and I've been doing that a lot lately in my builds, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. But yeah, this house is pretty modern-ish. It's kind of like a contemporary, style. It's, it's nice. It's fresh. It's clean. Maybe it's, recently been built, and I don't know. I really enjoy the vibe. I used a lot of stuff from like Eco Lifestyle and Snowy Escape and Tiny Living, just a number of things, but it's a pretty interesting little house. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, and then the upstairs is like a little office work space for the dad. I guess maybe they work from home. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed building this, just because the colors as well, like I really like the blues and like this like kind of, light wood tone. I think those go together really nicely along with like the black tones. And it was really fun too to also combine different like roof textures and colors like that. Again, I've done that in a build recently, and I thought I'd give it another try here, and I don't know, I like it. It's just it's different because whenever I built previously, I would just do all the roofing the same color and texture, and it was very expected. But this time, I don't know, it's really fun. And as you can see there, I am playing around with platforms once again to just add some dimension to the rooms and to keep them from being so like samesies and stuff. And I also had to play around with it because of the wall heights and everything, because basically I built this first floor on a medium wall height, but then I used platforms to kind of play around with that so that it's not all like super high ceilings in every room. I don't know. I don't really know, but platforms are really difficult to use. As you can see here, I kept adding rooms with these platforms, and it made like the flooring go all the way up to the ceiling almost, which I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? How is this happening? But it could just be a glitch or just how the system works. I'm not really sure. And you can also see, for some reason, there was this weird shadow on the second floor, and I could not figure out for the life of me what that was. I eventually get rid of it somehow, but I cannot for the life of me tell you how I did it. I don't remember. I removed something or I deleted something and it just worked again. I don't know. Sometimes things like that just happen in The Sims 4, and yeah, it's funny, but like I figured it out, so I guess that's okay. But anyways, how are you all? I hope everyone is doing okay, taking care of themselves. I am doing pretty good, honestly. I'm staying hydrated. Be sure to be drinking some water. Here is your daily reminder. And some, personal news. I actually am starting my new job very soon. I actually go in a few days this week, but then next week I work as well. But I will say, at least for now, I won't really have to worry too much about my work hours kind of getting in the way or anything of YouTube. So I'll find a nice balance between the two. Obviously, self-care is important. So if I'm feeling like I need a day, I'll obviously take a day off. But that is part of being productive. That's something I've learned the hard way, is productivity doesn't always necessarily mean you're constantly working. You need to take breaks. You need to give yourself space to just breathe and, eat something, drink some water, sit down and just have a quiet, like 30 minutes to yourself, that's very, very, very beneficial. But anyways, rambles aside, let's talk about the interior of the house. I love this little sunken living room. It's so cozy, and like there's like that sectional, which that's not really a sectional, it's just those Discover University like couches kind of moved in together, but it actually looks really good as a sectional. So I'm like, okay, that's a really fun vibe to play around with. And I used the little rugs there from Get to Work, I believe. They're those like little 4 circles put together. I used like a couple of those to kind of make a fun pattern on that round rug. I don't know. Does it work? Is it cute? I don't know. I'm trying to experiment with items a little bit more in The Sims and how I use them and stuff. So like these mirrors are from, I believe, Spa Day. And then I used some paintings just placed around just to kind of, make it look like a gallery wall or something. And then the shelf here, I used as kind of like a side table sort of vibe. I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. And I used the Tiny Living like TV set there because it's really cool because it's got like books and a stereo built into it as well. So it's like multifunctional, which is super, super awesome. Versatile. That's the word I'm looking for. Versatile. I've been trying to think of that word all day. I don't know what's wrong with me, but yeah. And then I added a little balcony patio section onto the side of the house. I don't know. I just wanted to add something there because the shape was kind of boring to me. And I thought I would add that so that they have a little space to sit outside and grill something without it being in like the backyard space. I don't know. I just thought it'd be kind of cool to have something separate. I really love the black and white against like the light wood tones and the blues here. I just love the color scheme. I'm using pretty much all of the kitchen stuff, I believe, from the Cool Kitchen pack. That's a pack that not a lot of people like, but I actually like it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm just a big fan of like retro mid-century like looking, furniture and stuff. And the counters and cabinets really like look good like that. And plus the appliances are honestly really, really nice. I use them in pretty much almost every build that is like a nicer, newer looking build. They just look really clean and simple, but they have a little bit of like a mid-century like inspiration, I guess. Maybe not really actually. But anyways, yeah, it was a fun build. Am I gonna say that a million more times? Probably yes. I don't know. I've been really having fun building lately. I have been really not pushing myself over the edge or anything, but I have been, giving myself space to, rest and giving myself space to actually work. And I feel a lot more secure in, my work hours and stuff when it comes to YouTube. Today is actually the day that I'm recording this voiceover, not the day that this goes up. But today I actually go into my new workplace to just do some paperwork and stuff. And so I'm cutting my day short today, which I think is really good for me. I don't know. I just think that, I need to be a bit more realistic with just, my energy levels and just creativity levels. And, it's good to give yourself space to just kind of, breathe and, kind of recharge those batteries because, that is something I will say doing YouTube. It's a weird mix between, work, but also fun. And yes, it's very fun, but sometimes you have to kind of push yourself to work, and that can be quite exhausting sometimes. So, I don't really recommend everyone try YouTube, with a light heart, but I don't know. It's different for everyone, I guess. But yeah, I've really been enjoying making YouTube videos again. I don't know. It's good. I feel good. I'm having, I live in my own house now. I don't really have to, it's my place. I don't know. But anyways, let me talk about the interior of the build again. I really love the bedroom here, this master bedroom. This is obviously for the, the parent that lives here. It could be a single parent. I imagine it to be a single parent, but it could be a couple. It's really up to you how you, interpret this. But I really loved the colors in here. They were really mid-century in a way. Like they had some like orange tones and the teals and the browns. I don't know. I really enjoyed the color scheme in here. It looked really contemporary, but still had a little bit of an industrial eco vibe. You know, you've got the exposed brick wall and like the cork flooring. I just think that looks really, really cool. And yeah, it's kind of fun, kind of cute. And they've got their own little TV, which they can actually relax in bed now. Like Sims can actually relax in bed and like sit back and watch TV now, which I love. I live for that, because we could do that in The Sims 3, and it was such a tiny thing that you could do, but I loved doing it so much. I just loved the vibe. And it also makes putting a TV in the bedroom like a lot more sensible now. So, which I've always kind of done it anyway, but you know, in this case, it actually works properly. But here is the child's bedroom or teen's bedroom, however you want to look at it. I viewed it as a teen daughter, but it's really up to you. I made it really kind of quirky, and you know, I made sure to use a mixture of colors just that are, you know, really friendly and inviting. And I gave them a desk and, you know, that new little wardrobe there that is actually a Peacemaker item, but it is in the base game now, which is really awesome. It's been quite a bit since they've added these items, but if you know, haven't played The Sims in a bit, or maybe you didn't update the game, or maybe you just haven't noticed, they actually partnered with some CC creators so that you know, people could you know, make their content and they could put it in the base game, which I think is really cool. But I tried to use the tool mod to rotate one of those posters, but I got impatient with it, so I just decided not to. But I definitely want to give that a try. That would be a really fun little experiment to do one day. But anyways, I like this little bedroom too. It was really cozy. That painting there, the top one, it's from Snowy Escape, and I just thought it was kind of cute because it looked like it had like little herbs and stuff on it. I don't know. It just gave me a cute little vibe. But yeah, it's a nice little bedroom. Lots of posters, a little bookshelf. I love that bookshelf from Snowy Escape. It's so like, I just look at it and I'm like, I can just see so many plants being piled onto that, and it's just, I love it. But anyways, moving on to the bedroom, or the bathroom, sorry. The bathroom is pretty straightforward. I mean, it's a tiny house bathroom. There's not really anything special about it. It is fully functional, I do think. Oh wait, did I test it with the sink or without the sink? I can't remember if I removed the sink. The sink isn't really important though. You can remove the sink if you don't need it, to be honest, because as long as the sink is close by, it's fine. They'll wash their hands. But I don't know, it's just more realistic, I guess, to have a little sink, which in a lot of tiny homes, whenever people do have bathroom sinks, which is, you know, kind of a 50-50 chance, some people just don't do it because it's just extra plumbing. But basically they get one of these like really small ones that is like super itty bitty tiny. Like it holds next to nothing, but it's honestly perfect because all you really need it for is to just brush your teeth and wash your hands, and that's it. So it makes a lot of sense to have like a little itty bitty bathroom sink, which I would love to have in The Sims 4, but obviously, you know, Sims 4 is kind of hard to do that. But anyways, here is the upstairs kind of studio office space. I kind of had the idea that maybe this, you know, person that uses this room is very much a creative person in general, but they primarily focus on like painting and photography. And I kind of liked the idea that they took their own reference photos, like maybe they actually had models come in and like pose so that they can, you know, paint them instead of like, you know, just like going online and just finding a random picture, you know. They like actually have people pose for them, which is pretty cool. I don't know. It's just a really interesting little thing I wanted to try out because, you know, I like to say that I'm an artist. I haven't really painted much lately, but I did recently buy some new watercolors, just like on a side tangent. I bought a new watercolor set, and it is the White Nights by St. Petersburg. If you are a watercolor person, I've heard really good things about these paints. I haven't tried them yet. I actually just got them in today, and I just unpackaged them and all, and they look so pretty, and I'm like, ooh, I'm so excited to swatch these. You know that feeling if you've painted, if you're into art, if you're into art supplies, you know that feeling of getting a new art supply and opening it up and trying it for the first time. It's just like, yes. Sometimes it's, you know, tragic, but sometimes it just works out really, really well. So I'm very excited to try these out. I'm the type of person that I will just keep buying paint, even regardless of if I use it or not, because I just love that feeling. It's dopamine, I think, is what it is. I don't really know, but here I am moving on to the backyard. Just adding a few things here and there, some garden pots. I do believe I add a hot tub, actually. I don't know. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I'm trying to see. Yes, I used the anniversary one that was kind of, it's, I believe that it was kind of a disappointment to see that, because, there's literally a whole stuff pack that is, the point of hot tubs, and then we just get it in the base game, and then boom, there it is. But, I'm not going to complain too much about it, because, whatever, I guess. But I did use it, and I thought it just suited the vibe of the build overall. And then that's when I realized, I was like, oh, I didn't decorate the front porch, which is usually what I do before I like move on to the interior. But I don't know. Lately, I've just been jumping around, not really doing the same process every single time for a build. It just keeps it fresh, I guess. But here I am just doing some landscaping. I'm just trying to be a little bit messy about it, because, landscaping, if you do it the same way every single time, you make it neat and manicured. I guess in some ways it's fun, but in this way, I love making it messy. And use some debug fencing there, and added a bunch of trees around just to kind of add some lush greenery. Greenery, there it is. And I also added a car, because those work, right, in The Sims 4? Wait, they don't? No. Well, it's just for the vibes. I don't really mind. But yeah, I just thought I'd add a few more things to the backyard a bit, just like some fairy lights, some flower thingies, just some extra things around the place, just to kind of keep it from looking super boring. And I just thought maybe the daughter was like, oh, I got some string lights, I'm gonna put them up everywhere, Dad. But anyways, you can find this house available on the Sims 4 gallery under the username lukeydean and the hashtag Lukey. That information is in the description down below. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird and beware of the nargles.